Next up, we have Edmen Shahbazyan versus Gerald Meerschaert. I think we're in the main card now. Edmen Shahbazyan opened up at a minus 325. Now he's a minus 280. This might be unpopular because I feel like I'm getting a lot of dog action love on MMA Twitter and social media on GM3 this week. I don't see it the same way, honestly. Give me Shahbazyan in this fight. On the surface, this seems like another grappler versus striker, right? But I actually think that Shahbazyan has like decent wrestling, offensively at least, and I think he could use that to win minutes against a guy like Meerschaert. Much has been made about Edmen's lack of bottom game and takedown defense. I mean, there's so many clips of him just getting like taken down and then held down there for the majority of the fight. But look at the guys who he's fighting. I mean, we got like Derek Brunson, Jack Hermanson, even Imavov is even a good offensive grappler. I think that Meerschaert is more of like a BJJ grappler than a purist wrestler, and I think he's going to have more of a difficult time taking down Shahbazyan than most people think. Shahbazyan, in his last fight, he looked bigger and he looked toned in his last fight. I feel like he's growing into that kind of man body, that prime, if you will. People forget that Shahbazyan came into the UFC like age 21, and now he's like age 26. So he's definitely looking better at 185. Meerschaert obviously will always have that sub threat. I mean, this guy's like either has the most subs in that division or like tied or something like that. So that is a concern, but Shahbazyan has never been subbed yet. And he's been finished more so by like ground and pound people, rather than like, people who like do jujitsu submissions on him. So the only big concern I have also, aside from the sub threat, is that Shahbazyan does have some cardio issues. He does slow down at the later the fight goes. I remember his fight against Fluffy Hernandez. That was like really evident. He started off actually pretty well, but that's a different case. I mean, that's Fluffy Hernandez, one of the best cardio grapplers in UFC history at this point, with the pace that guy pushes out. So even with that concern, I still like Shahbazyan because on the feet, this is not going to be close, and every fight starts on the feet. I also think that he has top control upside against a guy like Meerschaert, who would be more than willing, I think, to engage in that like grappling bottom guard game. So I do like Shahbazyan here. I think Shahbazyan via KO. And also one other point I would like to say is AJ Dobson. I mean, obviously everybody saw that he kind of like dropped Edmen Shahbazyan or rocked him. I don't think GM3 has those fast hands like AJ Dobson. I think people forget that AJ Dobson, I feel like I'm not sure 100%, but I think he came up from welterweight to middleweight for that fight. I'm not too sure. Let me okay, never mind. Yeah, but yeah, I think AJ Dobson is actually, has much quicker hands than GM3. I don't think Edmen's going to get caught like that. Edmen does have some pretty bad striking defense, but I don't think a guy like GM3 is going to catch him. So, yeah, I like Shahbazyan via KO. Minus 280. I mean, I actually think that's decent value because I think I'm fading GM3 this week. I don't think he's gonna have enough for Edmen all around. Just that sub threat, but I think Edmen will stay safe. So give me Shahbazyan for this week.